Hello, everybody. Can you all hear me? Can you hear me now, Mike? So, still fiddling around with microphones and things. So, if you pop on, just let me know if you can hear me okay. I'm trying to sort out not having to use this headset, which I'm having great difficulty with. So, if you're on watching at all, just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay. I'm thinking you can hear me with the headset, but I'm trying my best to figure out how on earth on either YouTube or on StreamYard I don't have to wear the headset. People are trying to help me and nothing's working. So if you can just let me know you can hear me. For some reason, Mike hasn't even got me live. I'm definitely live. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to get started. I've got green lights flickering at the bottom to say there is some form of volume. Let me know if it's loud enough or too loud. Can't do a lot about it, but just feedback would be great. I'm going to start my live. Okay, so I normally start with my mood board. We're actually higher up now. Okay. So my mood board, well, I don't think I have. This is the closest. I'm not stressed out. I'm just frustrated that I've been on hundreds of YouTube channels where they're professional. We can help you with YouTube. Oh, you can hear me now. Is the level fine? How good's the level, Em? So I'm frustrated. Thanks. Frustrated that I've been on so many professional YouTube sites, as in we can fix this, we tell you how to do this, that kind of thing. And I've messaged hundreds. The few and very few that have responded have just given me information like, oh, go in settings, blah, blah, blah. Things that I've done and obvious, like, is it plugged in your microphone? Well, I'm talking about the actual microphone built in the laptop. Now, if it's a help, I've now changed my browser to get over all the other problems I was having, like highlighting chat. So I'm using another browser. And what's the other thing I was going to say? Yes, it's the inbuilt microphone that's not working. Now it works on Skype, so the microphone does work, but it's not working on YouTube or StreamYard. And I've gone into all the settings and everything. I just can't figure it out. So I would say frustrated because now I can't even move to do anything. But we'll say frustrated. And I really thank all those who keep telling me, well, I don't really know a lot about computers. Maybe try this. I'm grateful for those suggestions that don't know computers and say, well, have you tried this? Have you tried that? Because sometimes fixes can be that simple. The only helpful professional was on StreamYard, I think yesterday, was a guy called Brian on the tech side that was the one who said just change your browser. And as I say, everything worked out apart from this microphone problem. But I'm not going to dwell on it. All I can say is if anyone knows why the laptop microphone isn't working, and the socket itself must work because I've got this connected to it. Anyway, frustrated greatly. So let's continue. So I always do what I'm reading, and I finished that series of books last time, and I showed you the book I was going to start reading next. I Let You Go by Claire McIntosh. And already halfway through. The little duckie's halfway through the book. It's what I call an easy read. There's not many characters in it. It's supposed to be a psychological thriller with twists and turns, I believe I read on the back. So far, there's something that suddenly, I can't say too much without giving away what I've read so far, but suddenly something is different to what you think. And I can't really say anything else without giving it away. Why that wasn't a twist for me. Okay, but I'll let you know. I'm reading it. It's a quick read. It's an easy read. It's one of those you can pick up. As I say, there's not too many characters going on. Hope it's not one of those typical, you get the end before you've got to it. Who knows? But grateful. It's a really quick, easy read. So I would recommend it so far. I wouldn't not recommend it, but I'll give you a final review on that when I've read it. I want some simple, quick reads for now. So that fits. That definitely fits. What else? I told you last time that I was ditching the cross stitch project that I was doing, and I explained what I wanted to move on to next. Well, for anyone who didn't see the last one, basically I've got this apron. It's supposed to be a gardening apron, and I didn't want to get it dirty, so I'd never used it. But I now have a good idea, something I want to use it for. When I'm stringing up tomatoes and tying up things on canes and that kind of thing, I lose my scissors, as you can see in my Project Tomato video. And although I've covered the scissors, the handles of the scissors in hologram tape, which is a good tip, and a lot of my gardening tools I actually paint in fluorescent pink and whatever so I can see them. I don't like keep bending down and up again to pick up the scissors and the string. So I'm thinking it's a full apron, but what I could do as well is also fold it down and wear it just like this and put the scissors in one side and the string in the other side. So I want to use it. So I thought I would get on and start doing my cross stitch on it. As you can see, I've done one letter. So I have one letter done, and that's the middle of a word I'm doing there. So it's not the beginning of new beginnings, it's the middle of beginnings. It took me ages to literally plan it all and work out what goes where, that kind of thing. So I quite like that letter. It's actually two-tone I've done it. There's actually two-tone there. There's a bit of pink and a bit of red. So I think that looks quite nice. Mike's talking to the stable owner at the moment. He went down, there's two baby foals down there, just been born. And he went down there and there's one of the baby foals wandering around the complex. So that's who he's talking to, if you could hear him in the background. Hi Floss, how are you doing? Your caregiver's on her way. Oh, that's great. That's good. Good for you. I'm pleased for that. I was just showing my cross stitch project I've started. So there's that. Just hope he's not talking anything private. He doesn't think to be quiet. Okay, so moving on from that, that's my catch up on what I'm reading and also my catch up on my latest project. If there's anything else you'd like me to kind of catch you up on as a regular thing, sometimes I talk about my animals or what's happening in the garden. I've actually filmed this morning a catch up on the hugelkultur beds. So I've got little aubergines and eggplants coming down there and lots more zucchinis and things happening. So that was quite positive first thing this morning. I got up at 5:15 because it's so hot here at the moment. So I just want to get out and attend to anything in the garden. I was doing some canes on some of the tomatoes that are in the cat food bags. And then we've put a crate made for me for the tomatoes near the guest accommodation, so they can go out and pick out tomatoes and things in their cookout area if they want to add to that. And when I went out there, there's loads of them on the floor, the tomatoes, half eaten, all the seeds everywhere. And there's a great big lizard, well, a few lizards, the really big sort of what I call the dinosaur-y looking ones. And they live around there, and you can hear them scrambling on the roof and up the tree. And they must have got them and eaten them. She's here, got to run. Have a good day. Have a good day to you, my friend. I hope all goes well with your carer. Thanks for dropping in. Really appreciate that. And I think I will get on with the jokes because, boy, do I need jokes right now. So let's do a few jokes for you. I'm on a whiskey diet. I've lost 3 days already. Doctor, doctor, I'm addicted to Twitter. And the doctor says, I'm sorry, I don't follow you. I like that. I used to work in an origami factory, but it folded. I like this one. I'm sure some of you will identify with this if you work for a business. My boss walked past me as I came into the office. Have a good day, he said. So I turned round and went back home. Oh dear. Never trust a ladder. It will always let you down. These are my jokes. These are my style of joke. Why do eggs never marry? Because they know that eventually they'll break up. Wait a minute. There's something in my shoe. It's okay. It's my foot. And I know so many of you come on my lives purely for the joke sections. There's always jokes on Monday Live, always jokes on Wednesday Live. And anyone new to the channel, my Monday Lives every week, Monday and Wednesday. The Monday ones are more segments of different topics and themes, lots of short topics on each episode, gardening, crafts, talking about the past. Dawn loves the past. Dawn particularly likes anything 1970s. So anything you've got to add to that. All sorts of things, tips and tricks, hacks, anything. Different themes, very short topics. And this one's just my general chit chat, update, catch up, and more community talk. And if you do come on my channel on this live, do feel free to say a little bit about your channel, and maybe someone will be interested in your channel that doesn't know it already. And Dawn is trying to grow her hair out, so it's a right old mess. It keeps going in my eye. And now I have to wear the headset. It's awkward because I can't put my headband on to keep my hair back. I try to use this. This is terrible. Anyhow, I've been talking about on my other channel. I'll type it in because people can't always understand what I say. My other channel, let's put Dawn's other channel. And this doesn't have foam anymore on this earpiece. It's quite annoying. Dawn's other channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural. Oh, what are you doing, Dawn? You need spaces between your words. Through life's natural beauty. So this is my other channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty. It does what it says on the tin mostly. It's three different things. It's obviously nature and inspiration, crafts, those kind of things. It's also overflow. So if I've got lots of footage of things I put on this channel, I will throw some onto that channel. So there might be a little bit of homesteading, that kind of thing. And the third thing is anything that I feel doesn't quite go on this channel sometimes, plus my old videos and tapes that I'm converting and want to keep them safe somewhere. So I'm making up videos. I did one at the Christmas, 1970s Christmas in England. So I put some of those things on as well. Hey, Blue, how you doing? Look at me, suffering for my art. This is so hurting. Yeah, Mike's going to go and see if he can find a cheap lapel microphone. No one can figure out why the internal mic is not working for YouTube and StreamYard, and yet it works for everything else. So persevere, Dawn. You can do it. As I was saying the other day, it's the straw that broke the camel's back. I can deal with massive things and then some stupid little thing that I'm just frustrated over because no help from any professionals anywhere. It's just a bit annoying, really. I think that's because when I worked, I was always top of my game and made sure I knew everything about everything for my job. So, anyway, you're okay. How many boxes have you got left to unpack? How rude, Dawn. How rude. Yeah, so what was I saying? Oh, yeah, so Tranquility, my other channel. I'm going to do lives on that channel. Now I've got this weird setup. I can actually begin. This channel's lives are every Monday and every Wednesday, and this channel posts a video every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Tranquility through Life's Natural Beauty only post on a Wednesday, and I'm going to do random lives on that channel. They will be on Thursdays, but no set Thursday. So they could be once a month, once every week, just random Thursdays at random times. And obviously hit the notification bell on that channel because I will just pop on like I always used to do on this channel. So do hit that. I don't know yet if I want to do that via the StreamYard that I've been working on. I still can't import the pictures and the film on StreamYard. I've been playing with that. I know how to import them, and I actually got them from the basement. Anyway, I use the StreamYard to know you sort of get them on the basement area and then you put them on the screen. I did that. And then when I play them or show them on the screen, it's just a black screen. I've got the play button if it's a video. I know they've got to be a certain size. I know they've got to be certain this, that, and the other length and that kind of thing. Although I do also know how you can put longer videos on. And I know you can do it on the share button, and you can also do it on the, I forget the button on the side. There's this button on the side you can go, and there's the bottom button. I know that. I also know I've looked at videos. I can't comprehend what people are telling me. So if someone says on, say, YouTube how to do something, I literally have to write down the words they're saying. Then in my own time, I absorb those words. This is why it's so difficult with these little problems. So I've written down, there's something about Chrome something or other. I don't know if I've got it here because I'm just talking nonsense to you otherwise. I think what I'm saying is I think you have to do something else with them rather just import them from your computer. I wrote it down somewhere, but there's something about Chrome. Chrome means nothing to me other than I think it's some sort of browsery thing. So there's something you can do in Chrome. There's another format you can bring them in. I've got Handbrake, and someone said you can convert them to Handbrake, but surely there must be a way you can just bring them in. So if anyone does StreamYard, how do you just bring them in without messing about with them? So to me, there's a step missing. As I say, I can bring them in on the screen, but they won't play or show. They're just black. So this morning, someone was telling me Chrome. I haven't got the bit of paper where I wrote it down. Anyway, there was 3 ways, but I didn't understand what that really meant, how to do it. I mean, to say go on Chrome, okay, how do I go on Chrome? Where do I go? That's where I get stuck. So just to give me words doesn't help. I need my hand holding, press here, do this. But we'll see. Right now, I can't see a lot of point of me going on StreamYard because all that is extra is showing you pictures and things and film. All right, bringing people in, but at the moment with my brain problem, I know how to bring them in, but to chat at the same time is too much right now. I go on other people's lives and I have to really pay attention. I get so tired, which is why if anyone's on who asks me to go on, sometimes I go sure and come on, and other times I say another time. If I'm really tired, like a bit at the moment, trying to sort all this out, I don't always go on. Oh, we got some new people popping in. Anne's in. I didn't say hello to Anne. Hi, Anne. Really enjoyed your chat yesterday. I think I was a bit slow in the answer of Brook Farmer. It came up first on mine, but I know that it's that I was on the live chat thing as well, but I know you might see it different if you're on a different device. So all good. I was like, oh, I can see you. I was first. I was getting all excited that I got the answer first, but I know it can be an issue. Reese M. Reese M. How are you doing, my friend? Nice to see you. Yeah, North Yorkshire. I like to have my old English people, let's say, not say you're old times from. Oh, that sounds bad, doesn't it? When I was in England, it's nice to have people from there sometimes. Someone else popped in. I'm sure I saw someone else. I said hello to Anne. I said hello to Blue. Did I miss someone? No, I said hello to Floss. Floss has been and gone. Right. Google Chrome's browser. Yeah, I thought it was. Right. So, see, to me, Mike can probably bring that up, but I think we had a problem with Chrome, which is why it's not there now. I'm now on, I think Mike said Edge, which is the Microsoft browser, and that's the only one so far. There were other ones recommended, but we've had problems with those before. And remember, we got old equipment. I mean, this is Windows 10. This is like, wow, this is Mike's laptop. But at least I'm not burning my fingers anymore. I really was getting like like almost scarred fingers typing. Oh, your neighbours, yay! Are you actually near each other? Do you know if you're actually near each other? That would be cool. So yeah, I'll just show you in case you wasn't in at the beginning, my new cross stitch project, because I'm very proud of it. It's going to take me forever though. Look, I've done a letter N and two-toned it, pink and red. So I think that should look good. But when it took me like ages just to do one letter, and I'm doing New Beginnings, My Everyday Life in Rural Cyprus. So come back in a year. I can't do crafts in the winter because my eyesight's really awful. Oh, that reminds me. Let me just put that on. Is that better? I do try and remember to put this on now. Not that it's dark here, but I've got a dark room because I've got the screen here. Yeah, if you're lucky. That's what I say. I can't do it in winter, which is when you want to sit and snuggle and do crafts. In the summer, I'm outside doing stuff. And in the hot time in the summer, like siesta time, my hands are sweaty. So I don't want to be doing a nice clean craft. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, no clue. You don't know where Reese is. No idea where Reese is. So yeah, I don't want to dwell on this computer thing anymore. It's just a right pain in the arse. Oh, sorry, a right pain in the body. Um, yeah, so I think I'm stuck as I am now. As I say, I can't see any point on StreamYard. Now, when I played it back, I did a test live on it. It was most of it was me just talking to myself, trying to figure things out. But Peeps came on. That helps actually when you try to figure things out. Not saying that people. I was at the stage, I don't have a phone anymore. I won't use a phone. Ditched that because just listening is difficult for me anyway. So ditched that. And I was at the stage, if it goes on much more, I'm just out of here, basically. But we spent so many hours, days, days trying to sort it out. So this is how we are now. I'm now on Mike's laptop with this, but as I say, we're going to take the freezer money and go and buy a lapel thingy. Hi Peter, how are you? Yeah, well done for sound. Yeah, mock my friend because Dawn is so frustrated. It hurts. Half of it's because I've got earrings in. Half of it is because this doesn't have sponge on because it's so old. Half of it is I'm growing my hair out. That's third Dawn. That's more than half. I'm growing my hair out, so I've been wearing my headband, and this will not be as a headband. Yes, I was so close to just like, oh, forget it. I'm done with electronics and all the rest of it. But between me and Mike, we'd spent so long trying to sort it out. So as I say, I'm now on Mike's laptop, Windows 10, no internal mic working, having to deal with this. Half of it looks gone. Yeah. So yeah, it's only got one earpiece, luckily. It's not headphones, it's one bit. And I was saying the other day it's from an old computer game where you taught a parrot to speak. And that's where this came from. And thank goodness I hadn't thrown it away. So yeah, as I say, we're going bite the bullet, use the bit of freezer money. We haven't quite got enough of that anyway. Bite the bullet, use that to get a lapel mic and hope that works. So, yes. So, as I say, no StreamYard yet. I might just keep popping on there and playing around with it because, as I say, I've got to work out how to import stuff on there. So, I might pop on if you see me as StreamYard because you see the duck in the corner. Pop on, but it won't be a live chat. I'll just keep putting test and a little note after it. And I think the last one I said, I'm testing, but if you're there, pop on if I'm still testing. So I might be on a bit more random. I might not. Do you use OBS? What's OBS? I'm like stupid. I don't know what OBS is. Dawn knows nothing. Dawn knows nothing. What's OBS? Mike probably knows. We didn't have computers. We know nothing. Yeah, maybe you know, Peter. Do you know computers? The actual OBS is a bit much for Dawn. Oh, thanks, Blue. Mike, have you got your ears on? He's got his headphones on. This. It's like StreamYard. Ah, cool. Cool. With no. No. I did try Melon on my computer, but that was so slow, my old computer, that nothing was working. What's wrong with your computer? Okay. First of all, I'm now on Mike's Windows 10, his laptop. My one's gone, basically. It's in the storeroom, and you would have seen a live from the storeroom. I had to go to that. So when I went to Mike's Windows 10 computer, when I was in YouTube, when you highlight like now your name so I can send a message to you and it highlights the message come to you, it was highlighting everything. just whoa. Long story short, I got the advice to change browser, so I've now got Edge, which is the Microsoft one, I believe. I've got everything working now, apart from the actual microphone built into the laptop doesn't work. It works if I plug something into the socket, i.e. this, but on YouTube and StreamYard, it doesn't recognise. I've been into settings on all sorts of places. It doesn't recognise the inbuilt microphone, but Skype does. So there's no problem with that. That is my main problem. If I could get rid of this, it would be great. And I've tried settings and browser settings and computer settings and settings in YouTube, settings in live StreamYard. Nada. I'm not good at this, but if you want to make your computer to work efficiently and faster, I can help you out. I just want the inbuilt microphone to work or be recognised for YouTube and StreamYard, which is why I'm frustrated, because I would think there's something quite simple. I mean, somebody put on a professional put slide the button to turn it on, as in on the next to the microphone. I don't know. It's more for people who game streaming the lives like this. Oh, right. I know now. I know what you mean. Yeah. It's like, it's a faster one, isn't it? Isn't it something for faster? I think you know. Yeah. Don't forget, guys, I have brain damage, and just working out most simple things is traumatic. Yes. So I have actually been in the garden doing things. Not my cup of tea. I can help with computer efficiency. Right, cool. When I played back the StreamYard, it was buffering not when I was live, but on the playback it buffered a bit. But then it could be, this isn't a modern computer either. It could be there was too much going on. So that's another reason I'm not sure I should do StreamYard anyway. This webcam, I'm doing the webcam through YouTube. That's why I do this, which is why quality's not very good, but it does for me to talk and for you to listen. How's my garden going? Good choice. I actually videoed the hugel beds today. I think you've got another update to come yet before today's one. Oh, you can use multiple cameras. Now, I was looking at that actually, because I do have a tablet, although it's very small memory capacity, whatever, and I've only got a few basic games on it and it's already full. But I was thinking you could kind of use that as a second camera, and you can show things via that. But anyway, that's by the by. Yeah, so the hugel beds I filmed today, there's a lot more zucchinis going on, and I've got net over the cabbage and net over the cauliflower because they're just like little, I sowed them all from seed. You would have seen them in the rabbit cage growing, and they're all planted out in the hugels now. So I've got like net curtains over them, so they're doing quite well. I want to, I've got black net that my friend gave me. It's like plastic netting, not sure where it's from. I want to actually make hoops so I can make it bigger over the kohlrabi. So I've got, that's probably my next project. I was putting canes and tying up tomatoes that are in the pet food bags and cat bags, hence why at the beginning I said about the lizards, the great big lizards eating the tomatoes that we're growing in another area for guests to pick, because eventually I want them to have their own areas where they can pick. Do you grow Brussels sprouts? They say they're very healthy. Dawn does not like Brussels sprouts one iota, but Mike really does. But I'm not going to grow them because I've heard they take a long time to grow anyway, and for the amount of water we'd have to use, I don't think that's counterproductive when I wouldn't even eat them. The only thing I would grow that I don't eat and Mike loves is rhubarb. That was something I was going to look into this year. It's just hard to get anything here. There's the same few fruit and vegetables that everybody grows and everybody eats, which is why I was so pleased when Josh from In Your Yard Homestead sent me so many different things from Australia, different seeds, and he sent me a ton. I've done a video on it so you can see all what he sent me. So I've got different stuff, and now everyone's like, ooh. And you see the goat farmers drive past because you've seen the tracks at the end of where my last hoogles are, behind where the compost is there. And they drive past and they slow down and they like look over. Oh. And one lady, that most of them got houses here, but they don't live here, or farms here, and they don't live here. They just come for farming and go home, or come for weekends to sort of their chill out place. And one of those ladies, she came over a little while ago, and she said, "Oh, in Cypriot she speaks only." And she was saying, "Oh," she said, "some seeds from my melons. I've just picked my melons," and she said they're very sweet, very nice, and I've scooped them out, so they all like mush. And she said, "But if you're happy to deal with them, you can have all these seeds." So I planted those. And then after she'd gone, I thought, I wonder if she was hoping I'd be like, "Oh, do you want seeds of some of these things?" I was out in the middle gardening. It's quite a walk back to my house. Hi, Ashley. How are you? Um, there's Peter saying, I don't know if you've heard of this. If you have a snail problem in your garden, use crushed egg shells, gets rid of them. Yeah, but I was saying before, the snails here are the big ones with the big, like, brown stripe ones, and they're worth a lot of money out here. So you can always scoop them up and get money for them. I did try a snail farm here. I think it was before I was on YouTube. Must have been, or I would have filmed it, because there used to be a restaurant down the bottom of the mountain, but it's gone now. And he said, "You've got the good snails up in your area. If you collect them, I'll buy them off you." And he was selling them, serving them in the restaurant. And that did us good for a while. But as I say, the restaurant went. And to be honest, I wouldn't do it again, because to do it properly, snail farming, it's a lot of work. You've got to do it every day. I've seen snail farms on YouTube and other places. They just leave them and whatever, but you're supposed to clean them out every day to get like the best quality and everything. Clean them out every day, and they eat your compost and stuff. But it was a lot of work for not much in that respect for the time of doing it. If you want to go around, just gather snails and take them to a restaurant and hope they buy them, then yeah, that's worth it. But as you know, we live over an hour away from any civilization, basically. So it's not worth it. And had to catch the garden before it was too hot. Sounds like the sun had to catch it before it was too hot. Yeah, sure, definitely. Peter, you're saying about snails. If you want to, snails are really slow. I've said this a few weeks ago. Snails are really slow. If you take the snail's shell off to see if the weight of the shell is what makes it slow, all you'll do is find out that it's now a little sluggish. Yes, I know you've got a snail farm under your shed, Ashley. Send them to Blue. She'll cook them up for you. Oh dear. Yes. So what else in the garden? As I say, I've got loads of little aubergines. I only had like 3 little plants last year. So got lots of, probably about that big now. And I've got different ones. I call it the pink marble one. That's not its real name, but I can't translate it for you what the type is. So I've got the pink marbly one. I've got a sort of, I think it's Black Beauty, similar to that anyway, like the purple, dark purple bulbous one, like teardrop one. I've got the long purple ones. sure I had 4 types. I'm sure I've got 4 types, but I was growing them all separately. Now I've just randomly put them all together, and I'm experimenting. The first ones I grew last year, the trials, were in the raised bed, and they did well. So I've got loads more. One whole raised bed is aubergines. We're going dine on aubergines this year. Then I've got 2 hugel beds of aubergines. And I've got the chill out area. If you're not sure what that is, look at a video. The chill out area, I've grown, there's probably about 8 or so in that area. Hello, boss lady. Are you talking to Blue? Yep, feed them on bran for a week first, so to clean them out. Ooh. Yeah, when we first took them down the restaurant, they used to have us down there privately as well because we were friends with them. I actually taught their daughter dancing, but we didn't make that connection for a long time because someone else brought her, so we didn't actually make that connection. And he said, right, cook them. You've got your open fire. So he said, cook them on that. And I said, well, how do you know when they're done? And he says, they stop singing. They stop singing. Oh, Chuckin, how you doing? Oh dear. I like this little gang. This is really cool. This really cheered me up today. I've been not struggling. I don't want to say that, but as I say, straw that breaks the camel back can deal with major things, and then one silly little thing that I can't do anything. I'm just frustrated that there's no help out there for what I consider to be a simple thing. Who knows? What else? What else? Oh, seeing as we're talking about cooking, just after 1 a.m. here, just popped in to say hello. Must get some shut eye. Been great chatting. Till we meet again. Best wishes to everyone. Stay safe. Love you, Peter. Love you. And guys, I think you all know Peter. If you don't, and you love looking at nature, let's say, nature and wonderful places, lovely landscape and beaches and all sorts, do go on Peter's if you want to chill out and just, I don't go on holiday anymore. I was saying on the channel today, haven't been on holiday since my honeymoon. It's like 2006. So I go on channels like Peter's and just escape for a while. Yes, so as we're talking about cooking snails and that kind of thing. I haven't got it here. I thought I had got it here. I had a barbecue joke. It's probably over there. Let me see if I can remember it. Barbecue joke. Basically, no, I might mess it up. Might mess it up. Don't do it, Dawn. I'll do it on my next live. Barbecue joke. Yes, Ashley's a naturist, yes, and wait for the bum bum. I'm waiting, Ashley. I'm waiting. Oh dear. Yeah, so guys, what are you lot up to? You've asked what I'm doing. Blue's probably unpacking still. Peter's making videos. And Dale is just continuing to be delightful. I just want to hug you one day, Anne. I really do. Recovering from Tanny's cooking. Oh, you're calling him Tanny today. Oh, okay. There's a change. It's just starting to edit a video. Do you want to tell us what the video is going to be, or do we have to wait and see? Some people like to say, some don't like to say. I've just been editing a video for my other channel for Tranquility. Doesn't mean it's the next one to be posted because I like to have a few sitting there in case I have problems. Lots of different horse things. And it starts off with when we were sitting in our kitchen and we heard something outside, a noise, and you know it's our driveway. We don't have a road or anything. And I sort of leant forwards on the chair, looked up the corridor that is going to go to my new front door, that corridor, and looking over the fence at the side there where we're going to put a gate was a horse. And this is before there was stables here, so I'm not going to tell you any more about that random horse. And no one had it's a garden to table one. Okay, yep, that's exactly what I want to watch. Garden to table, that's what I need. I love watching fancy cookie things, but I need some, let's say, different ideas. Oh, that reminds me, if Mike doesn't know what's for tea, I want to try something out. Yeah, I want some more ideas. I mostly make sauces from what I've got, or just chop them up, or vegetables to go with what I've got. We only buy basic foods like pasta, rice, that kind of thing. So we'll cook, say, some pasta up, throw in a sauce I've made, and maybe some extra vegetables. I'm cutting in and out. Oh, thanks for that. I don't know. Have I moved this? What I should do is watch the green dots at the bottom. Is that better? That gives me 2 dots when I speak. That's very useful, Blue. I need to know these things. This is why I don't like using external things, because you've only got to knock something. Is that better? And I'm worried about talking too loud. Interesting. I could have knocked it while I got excited, because I do move my hands around. On my last live, I was sitting there because I was in the storeroom, coming live from the storeroom. Mike's chair arm is up high like this. So I was leaning my elbow on it, and I suddenly realised I was like talking with my hands like this. And I said, oh, it was like there was a puppet there. Is that better? Somebody let me know. And thanks for all those thumbs up while we're there. That's really appreciated. That must have been everyone hit that thumbs up. So I really appreciate that. Yeah, no one's saying. Does that mean you can't hear me now? It's doing 2 green dots. I don't want to talk too loud. No, that still gives me 2 green dots. I'm sure someone will put if you can't hear me. I don't like external things. They let you down. As I say, this is so old, this headset as well. It's probably not reliable. Oh, another thumbs up. Thanks for that. That must be someone watching, not in the comments. I always forget there's people watching, not in the comments. So hello to any of you watching that's not in the comments. I appreciate you just as much as those in there. Thanks, Ashley. Thanks. And I also appreciate all those watching back later. I really appreciate that. And not only to all my new subscribers, but to all my subscribers, because without you, I wouldn't have a chat. And I do so love a chat, you know that. When I first used to come on randomly, I used to say, well, if no one shows up on the live chat, I can talk. Oh dear. Is there anything any of you want me to talk about more or show more? Thanks. If there's anything you want me to show you, obviously I haven't been able to go out to film things about Cyprus a bit. Might have been you. It might not have been, because I was waving my hands around prior to that. I'm trying hard not to touch the lead because it's old and there might be a loose connection or something. So no, please tell me, Blue. Someone else will say, or it's all right for me. So please say, please say. Yeah, so I can't do many out and about ones, although I went for a walk, the first one since my coma. I went for a walk the other day, so I filmed that, but you won't see that until I finally get to go to the ravine, because in my last walk one that I posted, I said the next walk will be the ravine. I want to show you the ravine near me. So I need to try and get that first, but it's a long way away. I'm always random. I am. I'm unique. My medical team said I'm unique. I am. I certainly am. And that's why I tried to make my lives a little bit different as well, my Monday lives. I don't think anyone else does that, where it's like lots of little theme topics. I do like to try and do something a bit different, but I do like to do this one as well because it is the chat. I'm random. I am random. I'm special. It's official. I have documentation to say I'm special. Special and unique. What else? What was I talking about? Oh yes, what you want me to do? I want to do more about foods of Cyprus. So Blue particularly might be interested in that, although I do know you know a lot of that stuff already. So I did actually think about that, what to do with those. Maybe some recipes of that. The difficulty is I can't go and buy stuff and do it myself because we don't have the money. But I could maybe share some recipes, Cypriot recipes. Are you interested in the culture of Cyprus if I do some stuff on that? You have the same documentation. Ooh, that would be fun. What's that? The Cypriot food? As I say, I was planning when I first did YouTube to do out and about because I do like to promote the country I'm living in. I have filmed, not filmed, I have put together, edited some pictures of our capital, Lefkosia, or some of you might call it Nicosia. I have edited those, but they're old pictures when we went there pre-COVID. But I've recently edited those together, only of one particular street, which is the most famous street in the capital. So you can see it's not all hills, mountains, goats. All of it. Oh, bless you. Bless you. Yeah, I'm trying to do lots of different things. I think my very first welcome video, which isn't now the welcome video, but it's still right at the beginning of my YouTube, so you can go back and see that. The first thing I ever filmed was me standing there saying my channel will include blah blah blah, and the plan was more about Cyprus. So it is quite a random channel in that respect of all the different series. It just happened to turn a bit more into homesteady just because with COVID, that was mostly what I was doing. And pre that, because of frugal life and not having any income, obviously had to grow my own. As I say, I'm the accidental homesteader. I had no plans to ever grow my own food or to own an olive farm. But I'm blooming glad things turned out as they are. So yeah, I'm really pleased. And I've met this community. You're not all homesteaders or growers or that kind of thing, but really nice. Really nice to meet you all. And it really does help, particularly as I've been stuck indoors for sort of 3 years. It's helped a lot. What other things do you want to know about Cyprus? Yeah, I was saying it's not all countryside. So we've got major high-rise business buildings, and lots of big businesses from the world actually are in Cyprus now. Here we go, Ashley. As I see Ashley comment, I'm like, ready. I live in a famous street. The police are always controlling the crowd, always here controlling the crowd. Oh dear. I liked your driveway one. I told Mike that yesterday. That was fun. I like your driveway comment. Oh dear. Yeah, so anything else you want to see about Cyprus? I do want to do beaches. Can you believe I haven't done anything about beaches? But again, when I started to think about doing all that, it was lockdown. So I haven't been able to do that. I think I'll start with, there's loads of beaches right near me, as you can see from my view from my swimming pool. So some are tourist beaches, some are private as in locals beaches, so we don't get tainted by loads of tourists. Some are discovered beaches, let's say. So I think I'll start possibly with the nearest one. And one, I want to film for you how we get there. It's a drive. We can't walk. Well, I say you can't walk there. We did have one guest that insisted she would walk there. She goes, "Oh, it's just down there. I can see it. I can walk that far." But when you get down to the bottom of the mountain and then there's a road across, when you get down to there, you then to go to the nearest beach. I must stop doing that. The nearest beach, you drive like this through an olive grove. So I think I'd like to film that. And then you drive through, you've got different options where to go from there. And there are, believe it or not, a couple of little campy places there, unofficial, but little campy places. Whether they've been moved on or not, I don't know. But yeah. So maybe now we could do that, do a few, and then show you the differences of all the beaches near me. A couple have got restaurants on. One was actually a British hotel run by Brits, a hotel, and that is higher up, further away from the beach than I am. And they advertise it's a golfing complex, let's say. It's not a hotel, it's a golfing complex, where you can buy and what's it called? Timeshare and all that kind of thing. And they advertise that they have a beach. We're like, oh, that's interesting. And then it went in the documentation, I think it said something about 5 or 10 minutes from the beach. It's like, not even if you can do really high long jump, So we're like, this is interesting. Anyway, in the end, they got a bus or a coach from their complex to drive you to the beach, and they take you in the morning and then they pick you up late afternoon. So you're stuck there all day. And on the beach, now beaches in Cyprus are all public. No matter what you see or you're told, you can go on any bit of any beach. It's public. So if a hotel's got a hotel on the beachfront and they say it's their private beach, it's not. If they put their own sunbeds out, you can go and use them. You don't pay. It's public. So you have to know that, because my sister came out on holiday here a few years ago and stayed at a hotel because she's got 5 children. When they were little, they all came out. So she booked a hotel and we would meet up with them each day. And she said, you can't go on this bit because it's the next hotel's beach. And they had those cabanas, are they called? And she said, no, you can't use that. I went, yes, you can. Anyway, so she didn't like to, because it said only for the hotel, whatever, the next door hotel. So I said, well, watch me. So I went and laid out on the cabana and Mike came with me. And she sort of watching from the distance. And the man came up, where's your key for your room sort of thing to show you at the hotel. And I said, I live here. It's a public beach. All beaches are public. He went, oh, yes. So I just have to say that so we're not overwhelmed with other tourists from other hotels. Yeah, right. So then my sister came and all her clan. And so that's funny. So anyway, back to this golf complex. And so they had this bus to drive you to their beach. And they put like a little, let's say like a cabin sort of for food and coffee, not like full food, but like ice creams and tea and coffee, that kind of thing. Sandwiches, I think they had prepared all wrapped up. And they had an area roped off with this cafe at the back of it. So that was roped off within it. And all their own sunbeds all lined up. You know me, guys. I'm fair play. I'm all about fair play. And I went and I sat there and I was like, no. And in the end, it did get taken away because next to it was another restaurant. And obviously, they weren't even allowed to build this shack thing on the beach. So it got taken away. So I don't know what's happened with that now. But yeah. But their pamphlet, let's say, is completely wrong as well. It's nowhere near a beach. It's up in the up in the mountains, like more to the west and up. Good grief, says Blue. Good grief. Yeah, I did basic law, and I'm all for rights and fair play, and no one's superior to anybody else in my book. Call yourself a boss, call yourself a manager. You're a person. This is why you'll probably know I know a lot of what some people call famous people. They're just people. I'm a person, they're people. No one's in awe. You guys are my awe. Exactly right. Yeah, people are people. No one's overrated. I've said this before. I think the people with the dirty jobs, the hard jobs, they should get the money. The people, footballers, I don't like the money they get. The footballers, no, it's a hobby. If you want to do it for a job, you can have minimum pay. Oh dear. Yeah, so if it's a job no one wants, give them a lot of money. Yeah. Good on those guys for keeping the world turning, I say. Yes. So, anything else, guys? We've talked about my garden. We want to build more raised beds, but they will be down in the lower olive grove. Ah, like Love 73. How are you? I haven't actually got your name. Tara didn't give me your name. So if you want to share your name, I know some people don't, but if you want to share your name, I will put it on my name sheet. Ashley, I'm famous, or is that infamous? Yes, you're famous in my book. Oh, Terry. Oh, I did have it, Terry. I lie, I do have it. I do have it. Yes, because it's Terry and your son's buddy. See, I do know. And I know I knew that because when I found out your name recently, I had a laugh as I was writing it down because I would say 80% of people I know on YouTube are called Terry. So I said, if in doubt of anyone's name, just go, is it Terry? Yes. Yes. Terry. Yes. Was it? It was from Tara's I Met You, wasn't it? I think it was from Tara's channel. Buddy's amazing young man. I haven't watched lots of your videos yet, but just enough to know about Buddy. He seems really cool. Yeah, it's amazing. So I don't know lots about you. Would you maybe type something in a bit more about your channel then, Terry? So I don't know if everyone here knows your channel. And then you can put a little bit about your channel and maybe people pop over. Hey, Darian, spaghetti eyes. Did somebody say spaghetti eyes? How are you doing? I've had terrible computer troubles. I'm only just coming back on YouTube. If you play some of my lives back, the very recent ones, you'll see what's going on, and hence why I have to have this stupid thing now. So I'm having terrible trouble, but at least I'm back on. I'm back on, yay. So yeah, that's where I've been, my friend. And since we last chatted, I need to do it in a community post. I'm yet again been made a moderator on another channel. Yay. Yes, somebody did say spaghetti ice. Do you want to tell what people that is? What that is, Darian? Or do you want them to come to your channel if they need to know? Oh, thanks, Anne. Thanks, Anne. It's okay. He has his own little playlist. He has downs and rocks, that extra chromosome. Laugh out loud. He certainly does. Lots of fun, never a dull moment. Yeah, lovely. I did consider before I was with Mike either fostering or adopting, but with my problems, they wouldn't accept me, which is understandable. But I did feel I had kind of an insight into maybe other things, feelings, and because you can't explain fully how you feel. So I think if I hadn't come out here, maybe I would have gone and worked somewhere like that as a volunteer or something. I don't know. There's Darian, there's my friend. Yeah, I'm a mod on Darren's channel. Yay. and I feel bad because I haven't been there. It's your times you do one that's really late for me, one of your lives. Ashley's allotment diary. Hands on the button. Hands on the ball with the buttons. Oh, yeah, what would we do without Anne? So do check out Anne's channel. As I say, if you haven't got the link, and you put your own link in. Don't forget to do that on my channel because all my mods can't always be on. So do put your own in. I was going to say, but if people want to see a channel, what I do, I just write a channel name down and then I type it into YouTube. There are a few channels where it doesn't come up, and I do try to tell them if I type in a new channel's name and it doesn't come up. But or if some of you, I know if you watch on your phone, people say they can't copy the URLs and whatever. So always just write or remember the channel name. Anne is awesome, makes awesome yummy things. Have you seen her jams? And grows tripids. She grows love. That's what Anne grows. She grows love. There's Anne's channel. Do check her out, guys. She's awesome. She's absolutely awesome. I'm going to have to look up when I first knew you, and you're not what I call my original people. As I've said before, when I was first on YouTube, I wrote down my first 100 subscribers because I want to remember those people truly. They're like, wow. I think so. I've got the order of my first 100 people. Yeah. And as I say, I want to do something special when I get to a big number. Yay, Ashley subscribed to Anne. You'll love her. And you got to go on her lives. Oh my goodness, you got to go on her lives. It's what can I say? The energy, just the energy, the buzz, and oh, if you're just even slightly down, go on there for 5 seconds. Woo! Woo, it's all happening. It's a little hard for me to keep up with the chat sometimes on Anne's because she's got a lot of people, and even when a lot aren't on, everyone's chatting. But I think I managed to go say hello to everybody the other day, Anne. I was like, yay! And I'm so frightened then though that I missed someone because I'd got my highlighting problem sorted out, and I'm like, yay! I'm back, yay! Yay! But I do worry I missed someone, so I always put the end. Hope I got everybody. And Anne does little giveaways to keep you engaged. She talks about, let's say this one was talking about different channels and bits and pieces and kind words. And bless her, she goes, remember this. And then later on she said, right, giveaway, who, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, so bless her. Anne is our southern lady with a heart of gold. You know she's got 2 properties, don't you? Tell us about your 2 properties, Anne, where your 2 properties are. She's got 2 places. Just have a sip. Oh, yeah, Anne's lovely. Oh, this is going to be awkward. Is this going to disturb you? You can hear me guzzling my water now. Awesomeness. Yeah, anyone not know Darian? What can we say about Darian? Let's talk about everybody. And you're like, oh, I like it when people talk about me. You're like, oh, what are you going to say? Okay, Darian. Darian loves Germany, as you could tell by his title, but don't be fooled like I first was. I thought he lived in Germany. And that is why I first went on your channel, Darian, because I like to see people live in different countries and see how they live. But I get that from Darian's channel anyway, because he shares Germany all the time. Darian's lives are fun, and he just makes you smile, just the way he's so full of beans and he's got such a jolly face. And again, these are the channels I like going on, like jolliness. And yeah, the spaghetti ice, I think you might have to go on his channel and figure that out. If you do pop on his channel, just ask him, have you had spaghetti ice today? And he actually did a open letter to spaghetti ice, and it's not spaghetti, guys. It's not spaghetti. Who else? We got Blue. What can we say about Blue? I think we all know Blue. Do we all know Blue? Blue has 3 channels. Morning Musings, but morning, not morning. Morning Musing, Blue Self-Reliance. I always forget the third one, but I do have it written down because I always forget what the third one is. Blue's Life of Awesome. And it's because I believe she did 3 to split so that I like Morning Musings. It's the chit chat, but obviously self-reliant, self-explanatory. What was the other one? Awesomeness. I don't know how that's different. What's different about that channel? I go on it, but it's chit chat, I think, the same. I don't know. She knows lots about cooking, herbs, growing, I'd say lifestyle. She talks a lot about English systems, about, say, pensions and those kind of things. She's recently moved, very recently, which is why I keep laughing about unpacking the boxes. And she makes fairy houses. I need a whole video on that, Blue. Not a lot on there at the moment. It's your spiritual channel, right? Okay, okay. I knew there had to be a difference. You can see I don't go on that one then, because I didn't know what it was. I like the morning musings. It's chit chats, and I like that. Blue's awesome. She tries to help us all share her day and how to preserve food, cooking, gardening. I like the way she just sometimes pops on, talks about, oh, the postman just came today, blah blah blah. That's why I like that one. Ashley. What can we say about Ashley's allotment diary? He grows, and he's grown my heart. He really has. He he just needs to come on, and I'm like, oh, Ashley's here. He's one of those people that gives his support like you all do. Obviously, his title tells you it's mostly his growing. There are other bits and pieces on there. You think about doing a live. Awesome. Don't do it a night time. I'm 2 hours ahead of you. Yeah, so don't do a night. I sort of have dinner. Depends on what we're doing, but any time from now, basically, or pre-now, really. It's 6:41 here now, so I'm 2 hours ahead of England. And that sometimes helps other channels when they don't understand Cyprus time. Cyprus is 2 hours ahead of England, and I think most people. Do you know English times, Anne, on your sort of sheet of knowledge of times? Yes, I'm 2 hours ahead, so now I more than likely wouldn't be on your channel if you were doing a live. So the earlier in the day, the better. So yeah, we talk about Ashley. He had a snail situation. Can say that. He has dog. Oh dear. And if you want to know, I think Ashley's pretty good. I think he's grown fair amount of stuff by now. Fair amount of stuff. And he's just awesome. No clue about English times. No, there's Victorian times. The Romans were there for some time. Edwardian times. I know 11 a.m. is dinner time for you. What are you on? What's your? I know, like your words, as in central and all that, but that doesn't actually tell me where you are. I tell you, Pacific is 10 hours ahead. I'm 10 hours ahead of Pacific. I'm 8 hours ahead of Central. I'm 7 hours ahead of EST. And I'm behind Australia by about 6.5 hours. So, yeah, basically Peter's the next day to me normally. Because when Daz came on, he's a lot on my channel, an Aussie, and his midnight is my 5:30 p.m. the day before. So where people are laughing at my channel saying I can tell them the future and the lottery numbers and all that, I only get that information from Australia. Where are we? Eastern time. Eastern. You didn't put about your other property, did you? Let's go back because I've missed some chit chat. I get excited. Oh, I don't want you. I don't want to report you. Where are we? Oh, Darian, you're pretty awesome yourself. Aw. Thank you so much. Blue says, I just wish this wasn't I just wish it wasn't a black background. It's so hard for people with some disabilities to read white type on black. Hence, I'm not dyslexic or anything, but it's brain issues. But dyslexics, part of the problem they didn't learn at school was because of the blackboards. That was a lot of the problem, not all of it, but that was a lot of problem. And I do actually have blue glasses. Maybe I should try them on this, but they haven't got like proper. They got blue lenses, but they're not eyeglasses to see, as in for me to read. That supposed to help a little bit. I don't have dyslexia or any of those sort of things. It might sound like it, and when I say I can't do numbers anymore on that, it's not dyslexia. Oh, you guys is giving me a warm fuzzy in the field. Oh, there's Anne not knowing about English times. That's it. All you need to know is your viewers from weird countries like me. You did say that, I think, on your live. You went, oh, there's Dawn. I appreciate you being here because I know it's dinner time. Ashley, my dog gets more views than me. Yes, he does. There's actually a channel, and well, there's more than one, but one I watch. It's the dog's name, and you type and send a message to the dog. It's Crubby. I don't know the rest of the title of the channel. I don't know if I've got that one written down. Crubby the Beagle. He lives in Australia, so if you want to know, you should get your dog to send a message to Crubby. Yes, he's in Australia. Crubby the Beagle. And I did a video, is it on this channel or the other channel, with something about animals? And Crubby said, oh, I like those animals. And I thought, I hope you won't chase them. Weird people we are. E.S.T. Right, you're E.S.T. It's funny that, because some people from other countries don't always know where obvious places in America are. I don't know why, but I always thought Utah was the complete opposite end of the country. I don't know why I thought that. I don't know where I got that from, but I was quite shocked. Oh, Utah's that side. I thought it was completely the other side. I mean, I know a lot of places, don't get me wrong. I've got friends in Colorado. Obviously, I know where Florida is. I know where Michigan is. I've got friends there. Tanny has to have things on orange paper. Oh, orange. That's interesting. Mike's colourblind, so forgive him if he wears weird combinations. He's colourblind. I've never heard of orange paper. Well, that's interesting. Hey, painting with squirrels. How are you? Glitter bombs to you, my friend. How are you doing today? Do you want to put something about your channel? Are you painting anything at the moment? How quick do you paint? Do you do a bit and then go away and come back another time? Or do you like to try and get a big bit of a picture done? Thank you, I'm doing great. Oh, glitter bombs. Love your new hair. No, I'm growing it out. It's disgusting because I've got this stupid thing on here and it's just making a right royal mess of it. It really is. Like, it's all sticking out and growing. I could have a headband before, but now I can't even do that. Doing great. Yeah, so painting. And what else have the rest of you got going on at the minute? Any projects? Anything you want to share? Um, yeah, as I say, I want to do some different things on my channel, things I'd planned initially, but I haven't got round to doing. If there's a big commission, I take my time to do it in sections. So how many are just for you, or do you do them to sell? Or what used to happen to me if I made or did anything, you're like, oh, I like that, I'll keep that. And then you have to do another one. If you check out my About section and my live videos. Cool. So if anyone wants a picture painted, there's a channel for you to go and read up on and see what you like. You did a mountains one. Is that your last video, or very recently did mountain pictures? I'll have to share some more of my pictures. Maybe I'll do that. Not next week because my live went bananas on Monday and I couldn't share what I've got. So I've got it all in a pile. But the Monday after, I might share some more of my paintings. I sell them and I like to paint nature and funky stuff. You want to paint some glitter bombs? I like fireworks. I've got an app on my tablet. Oh, maybe I should show you that sometime. And you can just put your finger on it and it sends off fireworks. You could go round and round with it, and then and the firework goes round and round and shoots off like the lights of fireworks, like they're really going off. Oh, I have to share that. Let me write that down. Put firework app. Firework app. It's not just that. I think it's some sort of anti-stress type of app, and they're all fun things like virtual popping. You pop the plastic package in. It's got that on it. Sharpening pencils. I'll have to share this with you. Sharpening pencils, and it's like virtual, and you can put a pencil in the sharpener and it sharpens it. Weird things like that. Fireworks are awesome. Yeah, look, I put a big mark. It won't be Monday coming because, as I say, it all went wrong last Monday. So I've still got the pile of stuff that I'm ready to share with you on that. Yeah, I like fireworks. I like coloured lights. I like UV lights. Particularly like UV, the purple ultraviolet light. I think I was a moth at some stage. I like Christmas coloured lights. Not keen on just white lights so much. Oh, thanks, Anne. Don't forget, Painting with Squirrels, to appreciate Anne by just going and saying hi on her channel. That would be appreciated. I have a brain wearing a skin backpack. Mayfield Ranch, how are you doing there, Cody? How are you? Having a great day, or it's been a bit there. Still been trying to sort things out, but I'm as good as it can get, I think. Can't use the mic on the laptop. Squirrel's World, I can't believe it. I'm over 200. You're looking mighty old, my friend. You're over 200. And I'm snapping beans while listening. My hands are a little full. And that's a typical Anne. She's snapping beans and doing links to all your channels. So go on her channel, and if you can do an emoji of beans. She'll be like, where are all these people sending me emojis of beans? What did I say? I like to mess with channels like that. Or I'll pick a channel and then I'll say, I'll go over there and do an emoji of something. Oh, I think next week, maybe on this channel, we should do, that would be great. Yeah, it would be great. So we'll go over to Anne's and find any bean emoji. If you can't do emojis or find a bean one, just put sending you beans or something like that. Or Dawn sent me with some beans. That would be fun. Yeah, we did an emoji game before. Were any of you playing that? I did it quite some time ago on one of my lives. Blue, was you in it? I think you might have been in it. Oh, Ashley's gone to your channel, Painting with Squirrels. Oh, that's really lovely. If you all just go and say hi on each other's channel, it does make people's days, as you know. Yeah, the emoji game. Maybe if I remember, we'll play it on next Wednesday. So if you don't know how it works, you get your emojis ready to do, and I'll say something like, it won't be this easy. Who's first to find emoji of a giraffe? And then you put the emoji up and we see who's there. But it's not that easy. I'm not going to tell you something very specific. So we all just have fun. And let's say I say find an emoji of an animal. But I want you to be creative or pick something extreme. So we'll start off normal and get everyone into it. Oh, that's nice. So we'll do that. I think, let me write down to play the emoji game. Play emoji game. It's my emoji game. I've never seen it before, but tell me if I'm wrong, but I've never seen anyone do it before. And I just thought it was fun. It's no prizes. I did do a prize last time, but it won't be for prizes. I actually went and put all my channels up subscribing to people participated, but I won't do that. I'm too tired. And I'm pretty sure most of you got more than one of my channels. Yeah, if you want my other channel to subscribe to your channel, subscribe to my other channel. And it is linked underneath today. My PayPal's under there always. I just copy and paste the same thing most time. I've got the times of my lives when they start, in case you don't know. Extreme nudge nudge. Yeah, Ashley, it's your sort of game, my friend. It really is. Very tempted to call it the Ashley game. Yeah. So do you fancy playing that? Well, I'm playing it anyway because I joined in as well. So I just wrote down some ideas, but without thinking of emojis. Yeah, we'll play that then next week. Play emoji game and firework app. That would be good for, so that would be next Wednesday's live. Wednesday's live. There we go. Sorted. Content. And I think randomly we'll play it sometimes. Go ahead. What, call it the Ashley game? No, actually, I'd call it the Jason game, and no one would understand why it's called the Jason game. If you don't know why it will be called the Jason game, go on Ashley's channel and say, Dawn said you'll tell us why it would be called the Jason game. There you go, Ash. Yeah, so I've got ideas for next Wednesday. So firework app and the other apps. What else is on there? I have to look it up. Some are good, some are like meh. Oh, there's one. It's like I guess it's like that slime that the kids made. You know, that slight sort of gungy stuff. And there's that on there, and you can sort of push it and it goes. Oh, and that thing, I haven't got it here to show you. Yes, I have. It's down here, because by the time I've explained it and you don't understand, I can show you it. These were dead popular a couple of years ago, and Dawn likes them. Don't forget, Dawn likes colours. And Glitter Bomb will like it as well. Glitter Bomb will like this. You've probably got some. Now I've got a big mess here. That's the other thing with this head mic. You're going to get all my rustle noises going on. Dawn, I told you to say nothing. Now people want autographs. They're going to have to come and ask. Yeah, these things were dead popular, weren't they, a couple of years ago, where you wipe them up and down. Just checking there's nothing on there that for you to read. Up and down, and you can write in them. And look, I chose one where hologram, Dawn loves hologram. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? And Dawn likes lots of colour. Look at that. So you could write in it if you wanted to as well. So what I was saying about that is that's on this app as well, and you can swipe up. Be sure to hit the like button. Thanks, Anne. Sorry, Han, I don't remember. Oh, what planet? Maybe you weren't there then. I'm sure you'd remember. It was, everyone liked it so much that I said, oh, I've got 12 here, things for you to emoji, find the emojis, or not find them, but find an associated emoji. And we were having such a fun time that it went on and on and on. Everyone kept saying, oh, let's keep playing. Barebones Living. Hi, Amanda. How are you doing? Anyone not know Barebones Living? Do check it out. It's a really great channel. Lots of information from Amanda. Just try to think, what's your most recent video I've watched? I don't think I've been on, because are you aware you've been on channels where I've been talking about my laptop issues? So I've been out. I'm out. Yeah, so if you don't know Barebones Living, do go and have a little look. Very good. I think I went onto Amanda's channel originally because of her channel title, because you know I live a frugal life. So Barebones Living, perfect. I would say that's how I go on most people's channels initially, because I didn't used to go in chats, because with my old computer it was very slow, and we were on what do you call it, limited internet, and it was limited, not for time as in the amount you could use for, can you hear that magpie out my window? Limited for the amount you could use it, not just limited shortening. It was really bad. And when I first started doing lives, I used to say I can't do much or be on here long. Ashley's going to be checking your channels later. Connecting. Nice. Connecting. Can you hear that, magpie? He's going to make the noise again in a minute. He's stopped now, obviously. Obviously. Yeah, just when you go to new channels, just remind them how, or say how you found them. Just remind them, because I get new people subbing all the time, and I'm like, I'd be interested to know how they found me. Were they looking up a video and mine came up, or via a chat? Sometimes I think Amanda was on lots of different chats I was on as well, and I do connect that way as well. And I must say, I connect with the ones who talk back to me when I'm in someone's chat. So if someone talks back, as in talks, not just hello, but if you get into a little conversation, then you sort of make a stronger connection that way as well. So yeah, do check out each other's. And as I say, just remind them it was from my live chat if it's the first time you found them, because I like to know. And as I say, people like Amanda is on quite a few chats that I go on. So it's nice to sometimes remember that first initial one, because I couldn't tell you now which one it was. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, Ashley is good for you to watch, definitely. You'll enjoy Ashley. He's got lots of info out there and lots going on. Definitely. I think I've got quite a mixed group. I know some of you know each other, but there's lots of different. I've said this before. I think because my channel is a bit more diverse. Device. It's a device. I don't have any device here. Nothing works. Diverse. It's not just homesteading. It's lots of different things. And I've got people obviously from all different avenues and from so many different countries. It's amazing, all the random countries that I've got people from. So it is a good way, my channel is a little platform to meet different channels rather than if you're in that loop of just seeing the same people all the time. Yes. So, did I ask you, Amanda, to put something about what you're doing next or something to bring people to your channel? As I say, Amanda's channel, her title says exactly what it is. Ashley's, yeah, you can tell, painting with squirrels, very good. And our homestead, brilliant. I always ask this question of people. There's about 4 or 5 questions I float round YouTube and get answers. So if any of you haven't answered the question so far, if you had to change your channel name, you have to change it. What will you change it to? What will you change your channel name to if you have to change it? If YouTube says you can't have that name anymore, that's it. What would you change it to? I do know a lot of people do change their channels and that mixes me up. But what would you change it to if you had to change your channel name? And the other question that I've floated around for some time that some of you might not have answered, particularly if you're a grower, if you could only keep one tool, what tool would it be? And I've said my wheelbarrow. That was my answer, a wheelbarrow. And what would I change my channel name to? Well, as I keep saying, the accidental homesteader. But I don't want to really say homesteader because I'm not just homesteading. So I'd play around with that somehow. Ashley grows weeds. Yes, that could be taken a bit differently, Ashley, somewhere. That could be a little, what was it Danny saying? When I asked her and she put something, we're like, Anne, oh goodness, I'm not sure. Maybe and how's gardening stories. Oh, that's good. I thought you were going to say Land of Plenty. I really thought that's what you were going to put. Oh, gardening stories. Yeah, Anne, you haven't done any of your stories for a while. I love those. I really love. You kind of did when you were saying about the start of your life, the story about the petrol or gas. Sorry, gas. The gas. That'd be very dangerous for us English people putting gas in our cars. That would be very dangerous. But yeah, your gas, when you talk about the person paying for the gas. So that was kind of one of your stories. But I do miss those. We just sat and I miss those. Do me a story. Manda says we're having a heat wave right now. 100 for the past 2 days with over 50% humidity, and I chose today to bake sourdough and pressure can. You're the one under pressure. Pooh, the sweat. Pooh. The tool Anne would keep if she could only have one tool. She would keep a hoe. Oh, that's much better. Land of Plenty. I just thought it because then you wouldn't have to change your merch. You wouldn't have to change your merch, would you? Bare bones living, exactly. Yeah, pressure. Wow. What did you can? Or was there so much? Or do you need us to watch the video on it? I'm always dubious because I know some people don't like to say what's coming or whatever else. That's why I say, if not, say something else. How many of you go back and watch back videos on other people's channels? If I'm new to a channel, I like to go way to the beginning and hope there's more about the person and how they began that lifestyle or something like that. A lot of people miss that, but I do like to see that. Bare bones living. Oh, this is the I have to keep up with what question I was on. The what you're canning. Chicken broth and chili beans. Oh, nice. Did I tell you I was coming over? I don't have a passport anymore. I haven't had a passport since we were married. We got married in 2006. I went on my honeymoon using my old passport in my unmarried name because obviously you book it before you're married, so you don't have a passport in your married name. And after that, not long after that, I can't really travel anyway because of conditions. I have to have a whole medical team basically, and we couldn't afford to keep our passports going anyway. And it's amazing still how a passport isn't something you have to have, but people want it and expect you to have a passport or driving license. And you guys know I don't drive. So mostly that's all I can use. And I have nothing in Cyprus that isn't my married name. But I don't have anything here because they won't accept the old passport as ID because it's out of date. And that's in my old name. And I've got nothing to par the two together, basically. Anything, just ask for either your passport or your driving license or utility bills. We don't have any utility bills. Very difficult. Let me see. Where am I up to? And I do. I do. Amanda says, I usually binge channels and I go back and catch up. Yeah, I was following an Australian couple that set up a kind of homesteady life. And I said, I'm going to go right to the beginning and watch through. And there's loads. They must have been doing it years. And then I felt, well, people were talking about things I'd done. So I felt I needed to see the most recent one. So I don't know where to go sometimes. Some channels, Blues actually, I do jump around. I jump around. Ashley's actually, because obviously Ashley's, I'm looking for specific things sometimes. If I grow it or want to grow it, I'll jump around like that. Blues I do, because I don't get to see everything of everything. So I'll jump around and go, oh. So sometimes titles help. Where are we? I read that. I usually binge and catch up. Yeah, some channels I jump around with a bit. Blue says I've changed mine twice. Changed her channel name. Yeah, greedy. She's got 3 channel names. Says Dawn with 3 channel names, and then Mike's got his own channel as well. Yeah, but mine are different. They're not all me. They're not all me. They're different things. Oh, bare bones. Why today? Sometimes these things need to be done. They need to be done. Or you put the time aside. Or like me, I'll go around doing mad watering, let's say, because I know tomorrow I need 3 for something else. So you have to do it. That's why I got up about 5:15 this morning to get some watering done. Blue says, I'd go back to Blues Food. Yeah, that's how I first knew you. Blues Food. Yeah, why didn't you leave that one then, Blue, and just add? That's interesting. Why did you lose Blues Food? Oh my goodness. Lose Blues Food. I'm a cheat. Say my Wolfgarten tool. Wolfgarten tool. Is that me? Do I not know what you're saying? Wolfgarten tool. Wolfgarden tool. Wolfgarden tool? Fill me in. Fill me in. Dawn's having a moment. Ashley says, one useful thing for people to enable on their channels is subtitles. I wear 2 hearing aids, so it's incredibly useful. So is that just you when you're loading your video, you just hit captions? How do you activate that? And do you have to do anything, Ashley? I know there's a button as you're setting up. You just hit it and does it do it itself, or what happens? If you explain that, that could be helpful, because I'm sure people like me just haven't done it because they don't know what they're doing. So that would be helpful information. Maybe actually do a video on it, possibly. Bare bones living, painting with squirrels, because I wasn't thinking yesterday where I started it. So I got up 5 a.m. to start it before it got too hot. Bless you. Laugh out loud. Oh no. Oh gosh, I would have no idea what I'd change my name to. Oh, anyone got suggestions for Amanda? It's great what it is, but if you had to, canning. Something around the canning, or no, not that. It's got to be unique. I think there's too many channels with similar names, and I've got 3 channels that literally got the same name. One's got the name back, like the words back to front. There's 2 channels out there that we watch: the Portugal Project and Portugal Project and Project Portugal. But when I was setting up my channel, I can't quite remember what word I wanted to add in Everyday Life in Rural Cyprus. New beginnings, my everyday life in rural Cyprus. I think it was new beginnings, my everyday life living in rural Cyprus. Can't have that. It's taken. It so isn't taken. And yet you have, like I say, this Portugal Project Portugal. That's okay. There was no way New Beginnings, my everyday life in rural Cyprus, living in rural Cyprus, was taken, was it? It's same with Gmails. When you set up Gmails, they go, you can't have that. Enable captions or subtitles. So you just click on it, yes, and it just happens. Is that correct, Ashley? My channel name does need changing. Yeah, because everyone wonders who Ashley is. No one knows who Ashley is, just JJ. You need to put "and my dog," because you know everyone wants your dog. Everyone wants a dog. So, and I think that's why some people change their channel name to their dogs. Thanks, hun. Thanks, hun. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So I think we all need to promote that a little bit. You have to enable subtitles when you upload your video. Yeah. So you just click on it and it'll happen, because then why wouldn't that? Surely then they should make that an option not to have it, rather than, as I say, if people don't know. I knew it was there, but I thought you had to do something like type things in or something like that. Oh, I guess it's just a speech to text or something, is it? Because one of my friends has just been sorting that out because she can't read the chat very well. But it was funny because I was on her channel, on her live, and she's got this speech to text thing. And every time something in the chat, a new chat comes up, someone typing, it makes a noise, and then the robot voice says, "New beginnings, my everyday life in rural Cyprus," and then it reads out what I've typed in. The downside of that, but you can probably mute it until you want to hear if there's one, I would think, because she could be in the middle of saying something and it then does that. New beginnings, my everyday life in rural Cyprus, and then reads what I said. So I'm assuming there is a way she could do that, but there was only a few in the chat, so it was okay. And Mike's laughing because he's like, "Who keeps reading out your name in the chat?" And I was like, "No, it's like the robot voice." So that was quite funny, actually. And then we were having fun with it because she'd only just installed it. So I was just just typing random gobbledygook to see how the robot voice would read it. And it was going, "It's wobbly, oh, and then she's like, "Are you all right?" Because she knows our problem is, "You're all right," because your typing's gone a bit. And so I thought, I'm just seeing how the robot voice can manage. And then I typed something else and we were just having fun with it then. Blue says, because I wanted to cover more than just the garden and cooking and include other areas of self-reliance. Ah, yes, so the cooking one is that now. Yes, I see. Can't wait to see your new little garden going on. Can't wait to see that. Because Blue's just moved, so she's has the shed been turned? And then she's doing got to start again. Did you get anything in pots? Did you take with you or not? Don't know if you took anything. Yes, I seem to recall you were saying you were putting some stuff in pots. Seem to recall. Definitely. The Wolf Garden tool is awesome. What is it? It has interchangeable tool ends. Oh, one of those things. We have two different length poles and several different ends for them, like a tiller and a hoe and a couple of others. Now I see why you say you were cheating. Oh, that's acceptable. I think that's the best answer I've had now then. I think that's the best answer. That's smart. That's a smart answer. Yeah, that's definitely the smart answer of them all. So what's it called? A Wolfgarten tool. Sounds German. Wolfgarten. Like it. Yes, I've seen those before. And they're good because it's not like one of these where you break the end of your gardening fork off or something, because you've always got and can replace a pole and you can always just get an end. That's got to be quite money saving, I would think. Yeah, sounds really good. Have to have a look at that. You have to show that. Sounds really good. That's amazing. Just checking. I have read all your comments. I'm going to have to leave it, guys, because it's now 7:20, and I expect poor Mikey wants some tea if he hasn't already had tea and left me behind. And it's awkward here now because I don't want to keep drinking over the microphone. But I really appreciate you all. I thank you all so much for coming. I've had a real laugh today, and we've got some ideas now for next Thursday. But don't forget, I'll be back here on Monday with my little theme segments, and I will very likely be popping up very likely on StreamYard just randomly, just to see if I can figure out how on earth to import these pictures and videos and things like that in, and to see some more playing it back to see if it lags again or not. But thank you all for being here. I really appreciate your time, particularly if you're in a completely different time zone. Going live at 3. Let me see what that will be. It's going to be too late for me because I'm going to go and have dinner. I've lost my time changes paper. Oh, it's here. Let me just see what that will be. You're central, I'm guessing. Yes, central. So you're 8 hours ahead. You're 8 hours ahead of me. So I don't know what time it's in now. Anyway, I'm out of here for today. Thank you so much, guys. If you're watching this back later, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Thanks particularly to Anne, awesome moderator, but I'm really grateful for each and every one of you. You've been fun as per normal. Have the happiest of days and all the best to you. Until next time, Meraki.